Now, here's the deal. This is what has come to my attention. So before I actually even start the show, let's address some things, shall we? I found out over the past couple of days that even though 2 nights ago I did 2 shows, apparently everyone was at the 9 p.m. show. I don't know how that was physically possible, but apparently scientifically everyone was at the 9 p.m. show. For the people who were at the 7 p.m. show, who also weren't at the 9 p.m. show, let you in on what took place. During the 9 p.m. show, at approximately 9:22 p.m., during the 9 p.m. Lamont Ferguson show that Lamont Ferguson had written out of the thoughts in Lamont Ferguson's head, a gentleman, and I use that term very loosely, stood up and said, "I've had enough of the Lamont Ferguson show." And he stood up with profanity spewing in the family-friendly show. He said, "This is enough. It is all about you." In the Lamont Ferguson show, he said, and I understand it because there were no microphones under his seat. I get it. He probably thought at this rate he'll finish the entire show. So he decided to get up, and I thought about it. I've thought for 2 days about it. And he said that my show was all about me. And he's right. He is right. And I've seen the light. And so for at the beginning of this show, I will not make this show all about me. It's going to be about him. Now, I have so many questions. So many questions. And some of you audience members have asked me questions that I also need to address. At least 4 people have asked me, was that a plant? No. Come on. You are giving comics more credit for doing more work, that I'm going to meet someone and go, "You need to be outraged at this point and stand up with profanity in the family-friendly show, and then I'll do a ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, and then that's how it'll look." No. You know what's easier than that? Writing a joke. That's what's easier than that. So no, it is not a plant. People, I don't know this man. I don't know him. Matter of fact, the lights are on me. You are all pretty much in the dark, which should have been the first clue that the show was going to be about me. But I get it. I don't know anything about him. I could barely see him as he left from that area. All I know is that it was an older white man. And that does not help at all. As a matter of fact, all it really does is make most of you persons of interest. I also, many people have been saying, even when I came in, a guy goes, "Have you found him yet?" No, nor am I physically actively looking for this man. Who am I, Richard Kimball? He's not the one-armed man. This is not the fugitive. Also in this moment, I have found out a lot of things. I have found out, not that I was ever wondering, but now I do know how the whole idea of pirates has started. Because maybe they were like you. I've never in my life seen, because you guys, the people that were there at the 9 p.m. show, I've never seen a group of strangers bond together with so much vitriol and hatred towards one person. And I know how pirates start. That's how pirates start. Because we've been the same. Maybe they were on a cruise that had a bunch of sea days and a lot of really crazy time changes. And at one point they went, we got to get somebody. That's what it feels like. Because I know what power feels like. Because in that moment, had I said, "Let's throw him overboard," I swear to God, people here would have gotten up and threw that dude overboard. So gleefully. So gleefully, they would have even done that hands thing when they're done. Like, and then came back and sat back down in the theater. And I kind of feel bad for him because I had more questions. One, I didn't really see, all I saw was him. I don't know, was he with someone? And who was this? Was he with a wife? Who is this poor saint of a woman who, let's be honest, could do so much better? Could do so much better. Who is this woman that he is holding hostage? That's what he says. She threw him overboard. This is how pirates start. I felt bad, like I said, because I'm not out here to be malicious. The objective is to make people laugh. That's what I'm trying to do. And I thought maybe I even had ideas of how to fix it. Like, what if I'd met him in the past couple of days and we ironed everything out? And then how great would this moment be if Angela came up here and said, Lamont Ferguson, and then he came out. And then I was sitting in his chair, and the moment he started speaking, I go, there's too much you. Oh, how wonderful would that moment be? But alas, it won't be. So all I can say is, sir, enjoy the room service wherever you are, because there's no way in hell you can get out of your cabin. There's no way. There's no way. And by the way, that whole piece had no profanity, by the way, and it could have been full of profanity. All right.